Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, today we've got a sort of attention grabbing pop-up for you. If I reload this page, after 2 seconds we've got this crazy pop-up, and that's a great idea for getting things noticed quickly on your site. Really easy to do. We're using the Divi Supreme modules today, which is a premium plugin. Let's just close this out. And one of their great features is you can make pop-ups from just about anything. This particular one's triggered on page load. So let me show you how it's done. I'm going to enable the visual builder. Once loaded, let's go down to the dashboard. And once you've installed Divi Supreme, you'll find it down here, and we do need the Pro version to do this today. You can find the link below the video. Click on the link. It takes us to our basics page here. Now I'm going to flip everything off right here, which is the way you'll find it when you first install Divi Supreme. To enable our pop-up to happen today, we want to make sure we've got Enable Divi Pop-up switched it on. And we've demonstrated these other ones in some past videos. We'll be doing them again because a lot of people are interested in this. Once you've got that Divi pop-up switched on, make sure and save your changes, and let's go back to our page. Okay, I've got the visual builder here. Now you can make a pop-up out of anything: an image, a module, an icon, a button, anything you want. So let's just create something, it doesn't matter what, or you can use something that's existing on your page. Let's just throw a little text module in here. And when you install Supremes, you get 40 extra modules like we've got here. I'm just going to add a quick normal Divi text module. There it is. Just going to go over to design. I'm going to pop it in the middle. I'm going to make it light in color. Okay. What I'm going to do now is actually create the pop-up that we want to see. And I thought it'd be nice to have a great big alert here. You can use it as a cookie notification or a sale or whatever you want to inform your visitors of. So let's create that now. And again, it doesn't matter where you put it because we're going to save this to our library and delete it once we've created it and saved it to the library. So let's just add a new module again. And let's perhaps use a blurb module for this so we can use the icon. If I roll down a bit, there's our little blurb module. And let's just say something like alert. Obviously, you'll have more info than I have here. And if you want to link it to whatever you want to link it to, hit the link button below. Put your link in if you want to link the title. And if you want to link the whole module, which probably is the best thing, put a link in there. And you can do both, obviously. Always best practice, if you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking off-site to somebody else's site, open it in a new tab so your site stays open. Okay, now image and icon, I want to use an icon. Now let's find an alert. There we go, that'll do fine. There it is, it popped it in there for us. Okay, well, let's quickly style this so it pops up and shows people something interesting. So let's go over to our design, image and icon. I'm going to make that red because it will be attention grabbing. And let's go down. I'm also going to do that to my title. If we roll down a bit, I'm going to make my text light in color so it stands out. I'm going to give this whole thing a black or a dark background in a minute. I'm going to pop it in the middle. Let's roll down. I'm going to just have the title text. I'm going to capitalize it. Also going to make it red. Let's make it bold perhaps. And a lot bigger. There we go. Now let's give our little thing a bit of spacing all around. Remember, this notification is going to pop up on top of everything else. So it should grab people's attention quickly. Let's say 50 pixels all around. Just put in the 50, it'll put in the pics for you. Hit the chain, it'll do the other side, or the opposite side I should say. Great. We'll put a little red border around it. Give it some corners, maybe 10 pixels like corners. Maybe a 3 pixel border, or 3 or 4 pixels, whatever you decide on yours, obviously. Okay, well that's going to work for me. Now let's give it a background color, because at the moment it is using the page background, which is fine, but let's say we'll give it a black, but I'm going to take the opacity down so we can see stuff through it when it rolls down the page. Now you can't see that because we're black on black at the moment, but you will when it pops up and I scroll the page. Okay, so we've got that. Let's save it. What I'm going to do is now save this to my library. If you roll up, little round icon just to the left of the trash can there, I'm going to click on it and we'll call it alert. Obviously you call yours whatever you want. I'm going to save it to my library. Alright, now we've got it saved to our library, we can trash it because I don't want it sitting on our page like this. And remember, we created this little module up here that we're going to actually use as the trigger for it. And like I say, you can use an existing one as long as you've not got it linking or doing anything else, or an image or a button, whatever you want. But I'll show you how this works. Now we saved it to the library, I've got to refresh the page. So let's save this. If I don't refresh the page, it won't show up in our library. Okay, now we've refreshed the page. Let's go down to the thing that we're going to use for the trigger, which was this little module we created here. Let's go into the module itself, to the settings there. Go over to the advanced. Go down to visibility. And you're going to find a little switch there that says use pop-up. Now, if you've forgotten to switch this on, that we did initially, you're not going to see that switch, so make sure you follow that step there. And let's flip this to on. There we go. And we want to pop out a layout. We just save that alert to our library. Let's find it in our library, and I know I've got a huge amount of things in my library. Newest one's usually on the bottom. There it is right there, the alert. Now we want to trigger it on, not when we click on the module, not when we click on a button, not when we click on an image, but you can use all of these things and we'll demonstrate those in future videos. We want to do it on page load, so that it actually loads when the page loads. And you can use it for a cookie consent if you want to. I'm not doing that today, and we've done videos on that in the past. I just want it to pop up and alert people to something. And we can have a trigger, so if they click outside the pop-up, it'll disappear. And there's also a little one inside. You can also have it auto close if you want to, and turn this on and give it a time in seconds, but I don't want that. I want them to have to click on it. Now, cookie expiry, the default's 30. That means if they click on it and come back within 30 days, it won't pop up again. I want it to pop up every time, purely because this is a demonstration. On a regular site, I probably wouldn't have it happening quite as often as that, because that could annoy your users. But perhaps that's what you want to do. So I'm going to set that to 0, so it pops up every time we load the page. You've got plenty of entrance and exit animations. I'm going to leave mine just on the default fade there, but play with them if you want to get some crazy things going on. Pop-up position, I want it to be in the center, and I want it to be absolute. I want it to stay where it is when if people try and scroll up and down the site. You can use it full width if you want to, but what that's going to do is cover your menu and your footer, the whole screen. So I'm not going to use full width. Their default of 680 seems to work pretty well for me on most, so I'm going to leave that, but obviously you can set yours to what you want. And if you want to, you can hit the little phone icon there and set it different widths on different devices. I'm going to leave mine just on the generic for the moment. Want to show an overlay for anybody that doesn't know. That means it's going to sort of dark out the background a little bit so it focuses on the actual pop-up. And you can change your colors here to suit you. We do want to show a close button, and I'm going to leave mine inside. There's an option to put it outside if you want. You can choose a font size for it. Type close, see what it brings up. Yeah, something like that. And I want mine to be white so they can see it on our dark background. And the actual icon itself, I'll leave as it is, so we've got the white outline on that one. And the dark cross. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, we're good to go. So let's save our changes here. We'll save the page changes. And let's exit the visual builder. And after 2 seconds, there's our alert. And there's our little close box. Let's refresh that page again so you can see again. 2 seconds, there's our little alert box again. And you can also just click outside to get rid of it. And because we use absolute positioning, it's going to stay exactly where it is. You can see a little bit of that because we put a bit of opacity on the background here, so there's a little bit of the site showing through there. So there you go guys, that's how to create an attention grabbing alert pop-up for your Divi site using the fantastic Divi Supreme modules. Like I say, we've got plenty more videos on this down below, so do take a look. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.